Hello, everyone. You've tuned into the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance, Cops for Kids, subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. Thank you for their continued support of the Indiana State Police Roadshow. Thank you to Tom Trial behind the scenes, waving at me right now as I speak, for putting us on YouTube each and every week and having us out there so you folks can enjoy us on the video side of it. Today I have with me a very special guest that's been with me many times, does a great job with Indiana Special Olympics. Good morning, Steph.
Hi, Rich.
Glad to have you here today.
Yeah, so glad to be here.
Well, you lucked out today, and this is going to be a little late. It's going to be seen later on, but today was Donut Day. Down on the circle as we come in. Did you partake?
I did not.
You didn't?
No, I was good.
Did you see Brian down there stuffing his face?
I did. I saw John, and he was into donut number 9, is what he told me. So I decided I should probably exit the facility.
Well, he was on 13 when I came through, and he actually had donut on his nose.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, he had that donut on his nose. So he's been stuffing it down pretty fast, I think. And
pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, and I asked him, I said, do you think that they would supply you with some milk or something with this, But all he had was water.
Huh.
Kind of like the Coney Island thing,
It's a lot of sugar.
Oh, my God.
He'll be running around the circle later.
Well, Stephanie, thanks for coming in. We're going to be talking about some special things that the Indiana Special Olympics is doing right now and what's coming up. And I know the big thing that's going to be coming up here this week and this weekend is the Indiana Special Olympics Summer Games.
Yes, it's our largest competition all year, and we made it even larger this year. So usually we have 8 sports. This year we have 9.
Oh, my goodness.
So we added the triathlon, which will be really exciting.
So tell us, for the people out there listening, what exactly is the Indiana Special Olympics Summer Games, and how did that come about, and how long have you been involved with it, or how long has it been going?
Sure. So it's in Terre Haute at Indiana State University and Rose-Hulman University, and it's actually at a few parks and bowling alleys around Terre Haute as well. So we're kind of all over the place with our 9 sports now.
You kind of take over the campus.
We kind of take over the town, really. Last year on my way out, I stopped at a gas station, and the lady saw my shirt and said, "Oh, we saw your athletes come through and saw their medals. This is our favorite weekend. I always make sure I work." So we're all over the place. But it's really the largest event of the year, and a lot of our athletes look forward to it just all year. It's like their Christmas, and it's a pleasure and really an honor to be part of, even though I work there, because it's just great.
Well, I'm sure I've talked to the officers there that have been there this year and have participated in it and done it, and I'm going to be participating in it this year.
Yes.
But it's an eye-opener, I understand, and humbling, and just you just don't. They can't emphasize enough how much it changes their outlook on life and how they like to interact with the athletes when they're there.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've been in this role now for 5.5 years, so it's my 6th Summer Games working with our law enforcement partners, and they keep coming back. It's amazing. I invite them, and once you get them there, they just keep coming. I have officers who work their vacation schedules around coming to Summer Games, I think, because they have to be at opening ceremonies, and they have to see the athletes and really want to just see those medals and take it in.
I know one of your big supporters and is everywhere with you, Trooper Tommy Walker.
Yes.
I mean, he is all embedded in this and does a great job, and takes a couple of photos there too, doesn't he?
He takes thousands of photos, yes. When you flip through them, you have to have a fresh coffee to be ready. But yes, Tommy is actually what we call our state director. So he is the law enforcement lead for the whole state. And as the civilian lead in our office, the two of us work very closely together. And Tommy's been a wonderful director in the last couple of years.
He's a great asset to us and to you both. He does a great job with that. Well, let's talk a little bit about specifics. I know you said you go over there this coming week. You start Tuesday.
Yeah, I go down Tuesday. Some of our folks actually are down there today on Friday, previous to the games, getting ready, and we kind of stay down there starting Monday and scatter down. But the athletes arrive between Thursday night and Friday afternoon. Okay. Depends where they're coming from and where they're staying and things.
Right.
But we will have over 2,700 athletes come in, thousands of volunteers, some come in from out of state to volunteer with us year after year. Some come from down the road, which is great, and some come from anywhere in between. So we have people from all over coming in, and it's Friday to Sunday is the actual competition.
So Friday, what time does the actual kickoff start Friday?
So competition starts at 12:30 on Friday, June 9th.
Okay.
And then it'll wrap up usually around 1 or so on Sunday, June 11th, and there are things going on every minute in between.
So if Joe the layman wanted to come in and watch, is that acceptable?
Everybody
Anybody
can
from
come
the
and
public?
watch. Absolutely. And we encourage it. And we really love that because our athletes are like every other athlete. They love to have spectators.
Yeah.
If you get your personal best, you want the stands to be full. You want everyone to see it because that's a huge accomplishment. And when you receive your medals and things. So we absolutely encourage people to come out and watch. We have a couple opportunities throughout the weekend other than sports. So we have the opening ceremonies, which happens on Friday evening, and that's at the Holman Center, which is the basketball arena at ISU. And everyone is welcome to come sit in the stands as a spectator for that. It's really a great 1 hour program, and you get to kind of see highlights of what Special Olympics does throughout the year.
And that's, I understand, kind of the opening ceremonies, just like you see on TV. The athletes parade in and are met by law enforcement officers, correct?
Yes. Law enforcement officers and various sponsors will be at the floor of Holman Center, and they make a tunnel, and for an hour, our athletes come in. That's how many people there are. And it's just the hour that is just the most exciting hour of your year, really. And then we have the ceremony, and we light the cauldron, and you get to hear an athlete speak. And it's really a great way to kind of kick off your experience with Special Olympics if you can't make it out Friday before that.
So that's Friday night. What time?
Friday night, the ceremony starts at 8:30.
Okay.
I encourage everyone to get there just a little early and find a seat.
So they come in, and that's the last thing on Friday night then?
Yes.
And then Saturday you start again with the sports, the athletes do their sports. You said there's 9 different ones this year?
Yes, there are 9
What are some of the
sports.
ones that they're going to be participating in?
You'll test me here. So we have triathlon, that's new.
Okay.
And then we have swimming, which all different strokes of swimming. We have 2 different bowling locations where we bowl. We have track and field, which we call athletics. We have powerlifting, volleyball, horseshoes, bocce. How many was that?
Absolutely.
Sure. I think that was all of them.
But you have
it sounds
a wide
right, but
range
we have everything.
of everything that's going to be going on there.
Yes, and one thing that's really important is we have all levels of athletes. So we have some athletes who are from wheelchairs to only can do a walking event to athletes who would blow your mind how fast they can run or how precise they can bowl. So we have a very wide variety of athletes and people, and it's just a great mix.
Are there age limits on this, the athletes?
Well, the only age limit we have is that you have to be 8 to be an athlete, and then we pair them up. That's part of how they division on the sports side. I'm not allowed over there.
Okay.
I don't know the sports well enough, they tell me, so that's fine. But no, they will division partially with age too. So they have to be 8. But our oldest athlete we just found out is 87 this year.
Serious?
There's no max. So
What's that person
if
gonna do?
Eldon keeps going, I think he's doing bowling this year. Last year he did bocce, so he keeps swapping back and forth on us.
Wow.
But 87.
87 years old. That's wonderful. That's great. And he's going to be bowling.
He'll be bowling. Yep.
Is he from around here, or do you know where he's from?
I don't know what county he's from.
But his name's Eldon.
Eldon. Yeah.
Well, shout out to Eldon for 87 years old and out there bowling. That's great. That's wonderful. Well, again, you're listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance, Cops for Kids subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. I'm speaking with Stephanie Manor with Indiana Special Olympics. We're talking about the upcoming Indiana Special Olympics Summer Games being held in Terre Haute, Indiana, next week, the Friday through Sunday. And we've talked about the events on Friday and then Saturday. What's your closing event on Sunday? How does that work out?
We don't do a closing ceremony like you're used to. Basically, we continue competition until competition is over and everyone's been able to have their event.
Okay.
But as far as that, then everybody kind of heads out and soaks in the weekend.
So do you hand out medals after each event then, at the event?
Yes. So the medals will happen all over campus, depending on which event they're doing. And that's one thing. I know you guys are coming out Saturday.
Yeah.
That's one thing our officers do. And I know we have a handful of state troopers at least coming out on Saturday. And they'll walk around to different events and hand out medals at track for a little bit and medals maybe at volleyball. Or it just depends who is done with their competition at that time.
Well, that's
so
great.
they do those on site.
Are they're traditional medals, gold, silver, bronze?
And then you get a ribbon for the positions 4th and after.
Excellent. Well,
So,
good.
yeah.
So you've got 2,700 athletes. Is that pretty good? Is that higher than you've had in the past, or?
Yeah, last year was the first year we ever hit 2,700. We'd not gone over the 2,600 mark. So last year was a record year, and I don't know where the numbers lie this year, but we're in 2,700 as well this year. So
that's wonderful. That's a good thing to have coming on. Well, let's switch gears here a little bit and talk about something that we participate in as Indiana State Police and a lot of police agencies around the state now that you got coming up. You got the thing that I like to do, the eating thing.
Yeah.
That's going on throughout Indiana. Talk a little bit about what's coming up with that.
Sure. So we have a great partner in Texas Roadhouse in Indiana, and actually in multiple states. But here in Indiana, we have done this for a few years, where we take 2 weeks of the year and officers go in and they visit Texas Roadhouse guests one evening that they choose, and they just invite them. They tell them what the partnership is and how law enforcement is dedicated to Special Olympics and really supports the athletes throughout the year. And then they just invite them to make a donation. And they leave an envelope on the table, and you can donate or not. It's not a real pressured type of donation, which people tend to appreciate.
Yes.
And then you just visit with the guests, and it's just an opportunity for people to talk with their local state trooper in this case, and maybe see Duke the safety dog or a canine or who knows, whatever else you guys take out there.
Exactly. I've participated in this in the past, and it's a wonderful event. It's really low key, and the best thing about it, at our event that we had one of the athletes with us, and she was wonderful. She done a great job.
Yes.
Speaking to the public and letting them know what she did. Had her medals with her. Was able to talk about them, what she'd done to win those. But again, it's a good low key event that we can utilize to speak with the public, to talk to them about what we do and what Special Olympics does and how that works out. But again, where's your locations and where are you going to have these at?
So Texas Roadhouse actually bumped us up a little bit this year. We used to have 6 locations, and we've just really expanded this year. So we have 12 that we're going to have. So it's June 19th through the 24th, various dates based on location, and we'll have those all over Facebook. The troopers will be sharing those out when they get their flyers here in the next week or so. But we have locations in Bloomington, Columbus, Greenwood, Richmond, Southport, Terre Haute, Fishers, Muncie, Avon, Michigan Road, so Indianapolis, and South Bend. And then we also have Bubba's 33 that's associated with Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
And the Bubba's 33 in Fishers is going to participate as well. So we went from 6 to 12.
That's excellent.
We'll be all over the place.
That's
yeah.
a great deal. And the best part about it is you're doing something that you like to do. Go out and eat at these wonderful restaurants. Got wonderful food. Plus, you're supporting Indiana Special Olympics when you do that. The event, again, is there times, different times on each event?
Yeah, so the flyers will be posted mostly on social media, and most locations will do 5 to 9.
Okay.
So
it's an
basically
evening event
when people, Texas Roadhouse is mainly open for dinner.
Okay.
So we just go ahead and do the dinner shift, even though some of them have lunch now, I think. But we do 5 to 9, and then basically, usually it depends on the officer and what the crowd is. Some of them hang around until they see the crowd is down. So it depends on the day.
And this can be any day, so it could be through the week or it could be a weekend event.
Right. It's Monday through Saturday, and basically the officer in charge just chooses the evening with the restaurant manager.
Okay.
And they pick the evening that they think will be best for that location.
How about a website that people can go to find out more information on this?
Sure. So our website is www.soindiana.org. That's soindiana.org. And those flyers aren't up quite yet, but we'll get them up here soon.
And you have a Facebook?
Yes. If you look up Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics Indiana, it's kind of long, but there's one in every state. So you have to make sure you get the Indiana in there. But you can find us on Facebook, and we'll have them posted there for sure.
One last thing, Twitter?
Twitter, we have SO Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah, at SO Indiana. And we'll see about getting them posted there too.
Great. Well, we're down to our last 30 seconds. Stephanie, thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for all you do for Indiana Special Olympics.
Oh, well, thank you. We really appreciate all the state police throughout the state.
Well, we'll see you this weekend over at the Indiana Summer Games in Terre Haute, Indiana. Good luck to all the athletes this weekend. It sounds like it's going to be a good week next week, so hopefully we'll have some great weather for them.
Yeah, keep that rain away.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you've been listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance and the Cops for Kids, a subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you get over to Terre Haute and check out the athletes. Indiana State Police Roadshow is out.